Hi again. As promised, I'm just doing another tutorial for one of the steps of my 5-minute makeup in the morning. This time I'm going to do brows. Brows are really important to me. They're my ride or die. I don't leave the house without them. As you can see, I've got quite a lot of sparseness where I overplucked as a teenager in my brows. So while they're a good dark colour, they probably finish a bit short, and then there's a lot of hair that's missing just towards the end of my brows. So I'm going to show you two different products that I use. The first one is one of my favorites at the moment. It's the Hourglass Arch Brow Pencil. So you can get these at Mecca. They are about $50, so not cheap, but it lasts for over 3 months. And the product is just amazing. I don't know if you can see the shape of the tip, but it's a really nice wide tip, which will allow you to do even thick strokes if you want, or you can do little thin strokes with the very end of it. So it's quite multi-usage. It's kind of like a cross between a pomade and a powder. So it blends really easily and it builds really slowly. So you can't make too many mistakes with it. This one here is, I think it's Soft Brunette. Yep, Soft Brunette, which is the color I use, which is a lovely sort of ashy tone. When you are picking brow products, try not to pick anything that's too warm because it will really warm up in that area on your face and tend not to look as good. So this is what I use most mornings, just because it is quick and easy. You've got a little spoolie on the end of it, which is fantastic. So just start by brushing the brow hair up. So you can see in the direction that it grows. And then I use the angled tip just to darken in this section here of my brow. So I just like to extend it out a little bit. Again, I overplucked it. It's not where it needs to finish. So I just use that in small strokes. It's hard to be too heavy-handed with this product. And just fill in the front of the brow there. I think you can see the difference between the two. And then I just use that to go and fill through all this area. Where the hair is missing. Again, just little strokes, build it slowly. And try and follow the natural shape of your brow. So I don't have overly arched brows, but it's good to try and accentuate that a little bit. It gives structure to your face. So just pull down from this top section. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there, but if you just pull downwards, it will actually give you quite a natural arch shape to your brow. Once you've done that, just take your spoolie again and just brush the product through so there's not any harshness. And what this product does, because of the texture of it, it helps to hold any little hairs in place. But you can also put a nice clear gel through it if you want to. So that's one of the ways that I do my brows in the morning. The second option is to use a powder. It is a little bit more tricky, but with the right tools you can manage it. So I use, in my eyebrows, I have a Browsings palette from Benefit, which comes with a pomade and a shadow, which I use quite a lot. I also have this MAC quad eyeshadow that I've put together for my kit. Now, the reason that I'm using this is I just want to show you how easy it is to use products that you think are for one thing on other areas of your face. So these are just normal eyeshadows, but I've just put them together as they're quite good brow colors. So first of all, I start off by, again, just grabbing a spoolie or a disposable mascara wand and just brushing the brow hair up. Then take an angled brush. So I've got just a MAC angled brush here. and choose the color that you're going to use. So I tend to use charcoal brown in my eyebrows. And I just load my brush up with a bit of powder, and then I start from the sparsest areas and just draw a little line to fill that in. You can also use the brush wet when you're doing this. It will give you much more of an Instagram eyebrow look though, a much harsher line. So I like to just do this for everyday use. Of course, when I'm going out or something, I might wet my brush. So see, I'm just building really slowly, building the color, shaping my brow. You'll note that this does take a little bit longer. Again, just drag your brush down to form that arch. When it gets to this front bit where I've got the most hair, I use what's left on the brush and try and drag that through, because I don't really want to be adding a lot of color to that area there. And I just, again, put the brush on its flat side. This is why you don't want too much product on your brush, because you're just building the shape there. Very sparingly in the front. You can make it darker or lighter if you want. I just prefer, as I do have some hair still in this area, I just prefer to make it quite light. And then just get your spoolie and brush the product through again to see how you're going. Make sure it's nice and even. Brush the hairs down the way you want them to sit. Powder's not going to hold any hair in place, so brow gel is a good idea here if you're like me and you've got a few little wayward hairs. So there you have it. That's my 2 quick ways of doing my brows in the morning. Just remember to follow the natural structure of your brow. Try not to draw on too many extras if you're doing quite a natural makeup look. And brush the product through so that it's nice and even. Whatever you choose to use, just make sure that you've tried the color to match it. Usually about 1 shade darker than your natural hair color, but obviously it's entirely up to you how dark you like them. So that's my brow tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email or a message and I'd be happy to help. Thanks. See you next time.